Already, it's live.
All right, great. Hey, everybody, what's good? Okay, so we are having a meeting, behind the scenes meeting for the Millionairess Club, and I really wanted to do like a $50,000 investment challenge. So that's what we're going to be kind of talking about. I want to encourage you guys to get involved. The goal is for you to, because I don't think we realize how much money we all spend. And I'm talking to myself too. When I kind of really started charting my income versus my investment, it wasn't as strong as I wanted it to be. So, and especially the more money I made, the more I'm like, and I want that, and I want that. And there's nothing wrong with you wanting stuff. Like, I want you to have all your desires, all your needs met. But I also want you being a very aggressive investor, because time is going to keep going by. So that's what we're talking about. So we're just going to organically let you kind of follow in on what we're talking about. So ladies, so that's basically what I want to do, is come up with some kind of page, Facebook page or something, where they can pretty much every time they spend. So let's just say, for example, 5 ladies might get together and say, okay, Monday the challenge starts. So maybe they're gonna take out $150 to go buy some shoes. They're like, no, instead of doing that, I'm gonna go buy 5 ounces of silver. Silver's $30 an ounce. 5 ounces times 5 women, that'd be $150 times 5, which is, you said $750. So $750 would be deducted from the $50,000.
And I think that's really good what you are saying, because one of the things that you said last week that I ain't even heard you say in 9 years knowing you. I'm like, where in the world was this revelation? But it was really good and really challenged me where my spending was concerned. So I think it'll be really good for the ladies, like learning that one of your principles is that for every dollar that I want to spend on just luxury, things that I just want, having $2 to invest.
Yeah.
So that's super strong. So now when I'm looking at stuff I want, I'm like, okay, I want this, but it's 500. So if this is 500, that means I need 1,000 to invest.
Yeah.
So then it's like, do I have 1,000 to invest? If I don't, I might not be able to do this 500, but I can do something for 200 because I got another 400 that I can invest.
Yeah.
And so it helps you shift and keep those things, because we've already been programmed to be consumer minded.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll, get some money and we will, tithe, we will do some investments, but then we finna splurge and we ain't finna get no more investing in until we get something else.
That's me. Like, for real, because that's all I do. I'll tithe, I'll pay my offering, I'll invest, I'll pay myself, but then it's like, furniture! Seriously. Yeah. So that's really good. That's good.
Which I love your furniture.
Thank you.
And I'm glad you got it. But you do have to kind of come back and say, like, for example, as I was looking around, like, okay, because I'm upgrading mode, and I was looking at that couch, I said, I want to upgrade it. I love the couch. So I'm just going to call the upholstery company that you told me about, and I'm going to have it reupholstered. And what I'm going to do is compare the price. If I go out and buy a new couch versus getting it upholstered.
Right.
Because I do love the couch. I love the size of it. It's perfect for our home. But, we've had it for 4 or 5 years, so it's starting to get a little dingy. And I had the man come clean it. I'm like, yes, you dingy. So you just, so I do need a new one, but maybe not a new one.
Right.
Just an upgrade, just get a reupholstered. So,
or maybe you just need to go ahead and just put your money into the right investment, like what we're doing right now with this whole $50,000 challenge, and acquire more wealth to where you can turn around and don't even have to look to upholster it if you didn't want to. You can literally have the capital it needed to just go ahead and purchase exactly what it is that you want, because you made savvy financial choices that cause your money to be able to grow.
Yeah.
And so you can turn around and take that same money that you were going to upholster it with and be able to put it financially in the right maturing asset that cause you to grow more, versus turning around spending that $2,000 or that $1,500. You can grow that $1,500 and just wait another 30 days.
That's right, and they give me Benji that one for free. That was good, Marquita. That was good. That was good. I like that.
I think it'll be dope too to have them revisit Kita's necessity or not. Because one of the things that really helped me where my investing was concerned, because a lot of times people don't think that they have the money to invest, but the reality is, if you are buying stuff beyond your necessities, you really have money to invest.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times we have to go back and look, what are you spending money on every day? What am I spending money on every week, every month? Is this a necessity? Do you really need that $140 cable bill? You see what I'm saying? Do you really need that $20 a month for Netflix? Is it a necessity or not? And if it's not, and your investments are not up, those are things you may have to sacrifice for a season, because the reality is you're trying to get the bag up, so you really don't need all them cable channels anyway, because you need to be doing something that's income producing versus producing income for somebody else.
And I think all of it is really just, it boils down to like a mindset. It's kind of like once you shift your thinking where wealth is concerned, we be, like you said, we're so conditioned to just being like consumer minded. We get a dollar, we get a buck. It's like, okay, I've been believing for this, and now that I have the capital for it, let me go ahead and get it. But that's the wrong thinking. You still thinking like a person that does not have, well understand wealth principles. Because it's like, although I got X amount of dollars, although yes, it was on my vision board, but you got to think about it from a larger perspective. Okay, although I have this right now, like what you said, does it match? So if I got $5,000 and I want to go and spend $5,000, do I have an additional $5,000 to match the five that I have? If I don't, I need to keep on working to be able to do that, to get what I need. So when I spend the $5,000, the other, it doesn't matter. Because we can spend the $5,000 and still be sitting back mad because we're like, oh, now you have to work up to get the $5,000 back. It's all a perspective and thinking. So it's not that you're not going to get it.
Right.
It's in time.
Right. Yeah.
Perfect timing. It's a different situation. So it's like you thinking about the couch over here. I'm in total agreement with the couch of a freshness and a newness. But just think about it. You see what I'm saying? The couch is perfect. But because we can get to a point, yes, I want to upgrade this. I want to have this. And because I have money that just came in, I want to spend it and get this. But I don't know. It's not time. Everything has a timing and a season. And that's how we have to see it. And that's why this is going to be so important, because it's going to put things in perspective. Why the women are going to love this challenge, because as they are saving and investing and positioning, they're going to be thinking about longevity. Not right now. We got to get out of the condition of thinking right now. That's how we stay broke. That's how you look up and you have money, right? You have money saved and set aside, and you're like, yo, I just had $20,000, I just had $10,000, I just had $5,000. Why only got $50? That's because you turned around and you mismanaged the wealth that did come into your hands the wrong way, and you did not position it right. This is why the challenge is going to be good.
Yeah. And the goal is eventually to get to
I said sign up today. Sign up right there. I just told her earlier.
I do want to hear from you though, because I know you're more new to the team, and just kind of the whole. I know you and Benji were talking earlier, and just taking all of it in.
Yeah, I'm just soaking everything in, like what Camille had brought up earlier. Like I never thought about the whole. If I'm gonna spend $1, then I need to make sure I give myself back $2 for every dollar. And I agree with what she's saying, because that is how you go bankrupt. Like if you don't, because the way I'm thinking, like I'm gonna get paid on this day, so I know I'm gonna have enough money, to get my hair done. But then what do you have after that? So
that's good. Rockefeller today in 2021 is taking care of 153 of his family members. He was really thinking 15, 20 generations out. Where most of us think, okay, I'm taking care of myself. You're right, you kind of got grandkids. Like this man's legacy. Literally. Carnegie died broke. But Carnegie was not an investor. Carnegie made large sums of wealth. I'm probably going to have us watch the movie, because they both are phenomenal movies. He made large sums of wealth. I mean, he was hanging with Rockefeller. He was hanging with Madam C.J. Walker. But, she was first generation wealth, though. So she did amazing. But the whole real wealth is like perpetual. Because sometimes we think if we get 6 figures in an account, we're rich. We think we get 7 figures in an account, we're rich. But how long would it take for you to go through 7 figures?
It's not like that.
It's like that. So we really have to become not just cash minded. Crypto is king. and really, really get serious. So I think this is gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be something that I want us to continue to do and craft challenges like this because y'all know I love entrepreneurship, but my heart really for the club is for us to become very, very savvy investors.
Yeah.
Because if you become a savvy investor, you can outlast and outrun any business. Like any business, you can outrun it. So you're gonna email over to Dorian the details he needs for the landing page, and then Keita and Terry will work on a flyer that has some cool graphics for us. Just
Whatever we do,
ideas.
and I'll probably get with Keita, because whatever we do, you want it to be replicated to the site, so it's brand recognition.
I got you, man.
Right? So whatever we do, I guess we need to get with Dorian because he's looking for a certain quality to make sure that, and maybe we need to let him build the site first so we can see what
images that they're gonna go from the photo shoot, so that way even if Tay do it or start creating from it, that the same imagery, because it's a certain look that's happening right now, and it's not the old images and photos that we have and we're gonna be pulling from. So that way we can be able to have a syncness with.
And I'm thinking the flyer really could just have asset logos. You know?
Is this to be able to market to get more people or just strictly?
Because if it's just for the club, it doesn't matter about a flyer.
Right. But if we're...
I think even if we did it just for the club, it'd be cool to
The thing about it
for them
though,
to just have a visual.
right? But the thing about it, I mean, you could do something to say it's happening with the Millionaires Club, but we wouldn't put links or nothing. So that could just be a basic flyer because we don't want people going to the site to register and they're not club members.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
You post that.
it's a visual that we can post. We could post it in the club chat. We could post it in the...
Thanks for getting tapped in, you guys. Make sure you plug into the page. We'll put the challenge on the page. Share with a friend. Get somebody else to sign up and expand the program, the Millionaires program. Thanks for tuning in.